Die Fahne hoch, die Reihen dicht geschlossen, es marschiert mit ruhig festem Schritt, Kameraden.
Are you disgusted by the greed and abuse of the expenses and other scandals which have so brought politics into disrepute? In this election, you have the opportunity to pass judgment on those who have abused your trust. In Northern Ireland, family dynasties, unexplained connections with developers, and the self-indulgence of double and triple jobbing have added to the public disdain. Being an MP is a full-time job and is paid as such. Those who for years have not thought you worthy of full-time representation in Parliament are not worthy of your vote, whatever their latest election promise. As I was in Europe, so every TUV MP will be full-time.
Northern Ireland has been poorly served at Westminster, with many of our local MPs turning up for 1 day per week or less, leaving you without a voice in key debates. Ian Paisley and Jeffrey Donaldson both failed to attend when the vote was taken on a referendum of the Lisbon Treaty. When it came to reducing the abortion limit below 24 weeks, Ian Paisley, Jeffrey Donaldson and Peter Robinson were all absent. Even when they have been there, not one single DUP MP spoke up to oppose the change in legislation that now gives Martin McGuinness the chance of becoming your First Minister.
A hopeless performance at Westminster is matched by the shambles at Stormont, where we have the most malfunctioning government anywhere in Western Europe. Based on toxic vetoes, it has produced only deadlock and chaos, as we've seen in education. Now these incompetents are to have more power because at Hillsborough, the DUP rolled over and gifted Sinn Féin its long-standing strategic demand of getting policing and justice into the control of its terrorist inclusive executive. This neglect cannot continue. With your vote, you can force real change. Nothing will change, however, if you return those parties that shortchanged you in the past. Now, talk of a hung parliament is used to seduce your vote, but on his record, DUP leader Peter Robinson will be too busy to even be there, and Ulster Unionists embedded in the Tory party will extract no concessions. TUV MPs will be there to make a real difference.
TUV wants devolution that works. Mandatory coalition based on mutual vetoes will never work. The right to vote a party out of office and the right to have an opposition are indispensable. While we utterly oppose terrorists in government, we are not opposed to shared government, but the route to workable shared government is through voluntary, not mandatory coalition. TUV wants successful government at Westminster and at Stormont.
You know where you stand with TUV, firm on the union, resolute against terrorist violence and terrorists in government. We are determined to create a workable devolution. DUP and their fellow travellers have not held the line against IRA Sinn Féin. TUV is your insurance policy against even further concessions. A strong TUV keeps the DUP and others looking over their shoulder.
TUV seeks a new start, a new beginning in Parliament, free from sleaze and scandal, a new start at Stormont through government that works. So on election day, vote for real change. Vote TUV.
Kameraden, wir und Front und Reaktion erschossen, marschieren im Wald.